Kia ora team, Coach Brad here. Now I've just been to a New Zealand physiotherapy conference and had the pleasure to listen to a world expert on burnout. Now burnout is prevalent in our society due to our hectic lifestyles. With this constant whirring of stress in the background can create anxiety and even lead to depression. And our system responds with systemic inflammation. As a runner, it is pointless training unless your system can absorb that load. So once you have your running program, your sleep, your nutrition dialed in, maybe it's time to have a look at the biggest cause of burnout in our society, and that's our living and working environments. There are two factors at play in your environment, so where you spend most of your time, that contribute towards burnout. Number one is the demands placed on you in that environment. And number two is low resources or low support. Conflict is part of this equation. It could be external, so that is interactions with, you say, flatmates, family or workmates, or internal, which might be a feeling of not really wanting to be where you are. You may be asking, what has this got to do with my run training, my run experience? Well, if you don't optimize your living and work environment, you will never get the full benefits of your run training. Burnout has three strands. First is the stress strand. That's when you become physically and mentally exhausted. Second is the inability to connect positively with others. So when you're burnt out, you're unable to assimilate information from other people. And thirdly, burnout creates an ineffectiveness. You feel ineffective in all areas of your life, and this includes your run training. So how do we overcome burnout? Well, we reverse the slide in those three strands. For the first strand, that's stress, look at your nutrition, your sleep, hydration, making sure that your exercise sessions are soul enhancing rather than destroying. You cannot out-exercise or over-exercise to try and get out of burnout. That's only going to make it worse. For that lack of connection, well, be proactive. Organise a coffee date with a mate. Organise a run with a running buddy, or even a date with your spouse. Be really proactive with getting reconnected in with your whānau, your family, and your community. To reverse the slide on the third strand of ineffectiveness, take some time to have a think about when was the last time that you felt effective. Maybe you need to look at upskilling, taking a course. Learning helps with confidence. It helps with growth, and this can really help when you have those feelings of burnout overwhelm you. Burnout is a massive issue in our society, and I'm hoping this video will give you some ideas of signs to look out for, but more importantly, some practical steps to help with those three strands of burnout. Hopefully then you can reverse the slide into becoming ineffective, overly stressed, and disconnected. Our society has to stop blaming just the individual when it comes to burnout. We've got to look at the greater environment. We're all in this together. One quick fire way to help with burnout is to get outside and move in nature. Check out this video that I did with Coach Dan earlier about the benefits of getting into nature.